Well, this is round two of talking with Paul from Paul Lasky Dog Training and Behavior. And there's a big reason why there's round two for us as far as sharing some of Paul's experiences because he just keeps crushing it. I don't know how else to say it. He's once again continued to just run full speed ahead and not take his foot off the gas while ensuring he doesn't burn himself out. But to celebrate a little bit and congratulate Paul, he, in the last 90 days or so, made 23,845 pounds, which is the equivalent of over $30,000 American over 90 days. So he's averaging about 10K months, where it was only earlier this year, his average was about 5,000 USD. So doubling his income, but also keeping it consistent is phenomenal. So congratulations, Paul, and thanks for joining me again.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
So then to jump back into that, what's the biggest change you noticed in your business over the last 90 days, other than, I guess, more money?
I just say it's just a healthier business, which makes me a calmer person, really. It just feels like everything's just going in the right direction. It's on railway lines, it's going the right way, and it's just almost taking care of itself, really, with these new processes that we've brought in.
What's really good, I'm not trying to just, everything isn't about money because sometimes dog trainers don't want to talk about money, and it's fine. I understand. But it's just a very clear metric. So it's simple to try to share some kind of performance or progress because it's a clear metric. But another great metric we're talking about that's a little more ambiguous to define is I feel way better. I feel like the processes are flowing and there's momentum on a train and we're going down a track and I don't have to push this thing to start it. We're just cooking. And if I keep doing what I'm doing, we're going to continue to move forward. So do you just feel a bit more at ease or excited or interested about the business, less burnt out? What kinds of things do you think?
Yeah, it's because the feast or famine has gone. So it's the business is simply more stable. In earlier in the year, there was some really sort of threadbare months, and then go to the other extreme, and now it's just solid every month. So excited for the future, excited for now.
For sure. And it also, I would presume, takes a little bit of that pressure off of, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to burn myself out if needed and feast because next month it might all disappear. So that revolving cycle of work, overwork to then now panic because I have no business. And then that it takes a lot of a person
Oh, that's a great point, actually. So one of the things that we've done is we've put that office time back in as well. So ironically, even though I am making more money, I'm actually working slightly less with clients and I've got more office time. So on a Monday, this is a huge change for the business. So on a Monday morning, I was finding that all of my messages were piling up from the weekend. And then I was like, blam, back in to see a client. And what I wanted to do was sit down and go through my emails and my WhatsApps. And now Monday mornings, I've got office time. Friday afternoons, I've got office time. So I can sign off properly on a Friday. I can send my confirmations for next week. So that's actually a huge change that I don't think we spoke about last time, is that I've put in office time. So technically I'm working slightly less or working slightly more relaxed,
Sure.
but actually making more money.
Right. And that's that proactive piece, right? Setting aside that time to get things in order. So right on. And one of the biggest changes I think that we might have not really highlighted last time that you integrated, there was numerous ones, but was kind of moving forward with a composite training plan style of offering, meaning helping people with more of a cohesive program option or a training plan versus one here and there kind of thing.
Absolutely. So everybody's getting, if they need it, obviously, but most do because most people have several goals or one complex goal. So they're getting a longer package, typically a 5-session package, although I think maybe some could actually do more. And I've thought about that. And that's a much better service because I'm more relaxed on the session. I turn up. We have 1 or 2 or 3 smaller goals for that session because I know I'm seeing them 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So that's more relaxed as well. It's a better service. They're getting more digestible chunks of information. Brilliant.
Do you think that helps with compliance and results, or what's your feeling about that compared to those more session at a time, fire hose kind of method?
I think there's probably a number of functions. They obviously, I mean, this may be I don't like using the word negative, but so they know you're coming back another 4 times, so they know that there has to be work done in that respect. But I
Accountability.
think the compliance accountability, thank you. And the spreadsheet that I've set up for my reactivity clients. So we've got this, which has worked absolutely amazingly. We've got a Google Sheets. So they are, as an accountability tool, they're filling that in so I can see whether they have gone to any locations that are causing the barking.
So is
It's
that a
just,
training
yeah,
log, or is that where they can document information of their walks and or outbursts, etc., or both?
both. It's got a number of fields. So it's like time, date, who
Perfect.
was walking, how many dogs were present. It should just be the reactive dog, really. And then how many dogs did you see? How many dogs did you bark at? Please describe.
Awesome.
Um, so that was good. That was one of your ideas for me as well. So
For sure. Can you describe a specific moment or success where you saw the impact of us working together?
the first time I sold a big ticket,
Oh,
that was a real eye-opening
and
moment.
probably
I
mind
would say.
bending too, a little bit, because sometimes people are a bit hesitant because numerous things going on in their minds or how they've done things for a while. And it's like it can be a tough leap to offer something that's polar opposite, more or less, of a single session. And you did it. And then obviously you're like, wow, maybe I'll do this again.
And then obviously I tweaked that along the way, and that got better. But the thing I've been enjoying recently is the phone call strategies that we've been using to build that rapport
Mm,
and increase the conversion rate as well. So that was, as I was saying to you earlier, that was some of the information that I embraced a bit later. I think I just didn't have the headspace for it earlier because we were making so many positive changes. And
right.
then my brain came back to the phone call strategies. And recently, as I said, I did 3 phone calls and made 3 sales. And that's made me realize there's a whole nother sort of tap that can be turned on.
For sure. And sometimes it's just when you're making changes like that, there's so much thing going on, and then you're also still busy. So it's like I don't have time to do phone calls with people, and I just send them a message and give them the information. You absolutely can. It's just at some point you might want to introduce that because it might increase the rate of people saying yes by double to triple. So it's definitely a worthwhile skill that I personally avoided for years because I didn't want to feel like I was getting rejected by them if they said no. But once I got over that, my business shifted significantly. So either way is good. One is just the next level kind of thing. So good job for embracing that and realizing, hey, I'm going to start doing this to add on to what you've already been building. So well done. What's one challenge you thought would be harder to overcome, but was easier with some of the support of the course and or me?
Generally, I just didn't expect. I felt like I was taking a punt, really, and I just didn't expect such success in all of the areas, really. So it was just that I don't. That sounds bad, but just didn't expect any of it. You're just like, well, I need to do something. I knew you were. I felt most comfortable with you out of everyone that's making these kind of offerings, but just the whole thing was a huge surprise.
Well, I'm glad that we could surprise in a positive way. What ways have these changes you instituted impacted your personal life or free time, would you say? Business changes, obviously.
So I've paid my tax bill. I've paid it last month. So I paid my tax bill 4 months early. So
Okay.
now I'm saving. Now I'm saying, yeah. So I should have paid it Jan 31st latest in the UK. That was paid last month, and that was you pay half twice a year. So that was 50% of my tax liability. So not a small amount of money. So that's gone. So now I've been saving for holidays, car upgrades, new OLED television that I've wanted for
Oh, yeah.
years, bathroom as well. Bathrooms needed doing. I don't have a bath, and I really love a bath for stress relief.
Right.
And when we moved in, we've got this giant shower, but there's no bath. So I've convinced the wife to upgrade, refit the bathroom. And all of that is now being thought about because my tax bill's been paid
Right.
4 months early. I wouldn't have even thought about starting to save for that until February if I hadn't taken these steps. So that leisure side of things, I am a bit of a shopaholic. So all of that's
Sure.
pretty damn good.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and also just in investing in leisure activities and things you're enjoying also comes back around too, right? So it's not all work, no play makes Paul and his wife a dull people. You can reinvest back into yourself and your spouse and your family, and do things more of the things that all of us work so hard to try to do. So I'm grateful that that's where things are going. So right on.
And also talking about probably the most important answer for that question is spending more time together. So my wife works very hard and doesn't get paid well for it. So thinking about her and me working less and spending more time together rather
Mhm.
than just on the rat wheel. And
Yeah,
that becomes possible if you can work less and earn more.
absolutely. No, that's wonderful because been there, done that, and it takes its toll over time. So I'm glad that there's some more light in the tunnel. How do you say it? At the end of the tunnel. So well done. What do you got on the horizon next? What's something you're excited about achieving next, given your progress so far? Oh, maybe the leisure things you mentioned, I guess.
Metabolizing now, I think. So metabolizing the changes for a few months, getting them even more just into my muscle memory. So they're just second nature processes. And then the magic word of scaling beyond that.
Mm.
If there are further ways to scale it, then I'm not going to look away from that at the right time.
Definitely. Well, I'm grateful that you joined this curriculum and this course with me, and we got to know each other some, and that you're able to progress with whatever it is that you want. So well done. I guess just one last thing. How would you describe the value of this program to someone who might have some similar business challenges that you had in the past as a dog trainer?
I would have paid more. Probably shouldn't say that really. The value, what I paid for it is would have paid much more. I
Well,
shouldn't really say that, but
no, it's
just
fine.
an absolute ridiculous bargain.
So that's return on investment is basically what we could chalk that up to is significant, I would say,
It's multiple fold percentages of R ROI.
for sure.
Hugely valuable. Huge.
Well, that's excellent, Paul. I appreciate you jumping on this call with me and sharing a little bit about your experience. And we want nothing but the best to continue for you. So keep swinging.
Thank you.